Yo, what's going on, guys? So this is going to be a very basic guide. However, I think this guide's relevant in every single MMO. I think this is going to be a type of video that I'm going to make in every MMO that I play in the next couple years. I think MMOs are kind of on the horizon now that WoW's dead. It's really going to be the season of MMOs in the next couple of years, I think. And so I plan on making a video like this every single time I get to a point where I'm comfortable making a video like this for the game that I'm playing. And I feel like I'm finally at that point for New World. So today I'm going to explain to you the best ways to level to 60. The first way, which everyone will always mention to you, is the town board. Now, it's important that you actually know what the town board does. The town board is selected by the governors what thing they want to upgrade, right? So in this town in Everfall, they want to upgrade the forge to tier 5, right? Which is the highest tier. And so the governor has to log on and then choose what he wants to upgrade, and then the quest will pop up for those things, right? And so every single thing will have, and then there's one for town upkeep and activating whatever this bonus is. It's like a passive bonus that lets you gather more, whatever. So every town should be different, and hopefully your governor is active so he could place things, right? Like this guy needs to log on and pick something new to upgrade because he's not doing his job. But typical politician. So now it's important for me to explain to you the following. This is something that's probably going to be time proof, like I said before in the video. This is something that'll probably be the way this game is for a while. So this part is right here. These two quests. It's always recommended by every single content creator and person who like makes guides playing this game for good reason to skip these two quests right here, right? And I've always told my viewers, you know, to skip them. And now that I'm actually at the project board, it's easy for me to point and say why they suck. It just takes time to do them, right? So all the other quests, like the cooking quest, for example, I also skipped leveling up. It's kind of hard to find all the spices all the time and all the things you need, so it's good to just sometimes get them out of the way, so you might get a quest that you actually might want to do and you might be able to complete. I also never fished, so I would always skip the fishing quest, but if you're a big fisherman, you can make a lot of XP off the mission board from fishing, getting fish oil, getting fish fillet. Look at that. And so, so you're probably wondering now, what quest do I actually do? And this mission board is pretty empty now, so it's not going to give me a lot of great examples, but it has the one that I do want to show you that is very important for you to do. This one right here, right? This one, armor smithing, is probably the best one to do. I'll even go to the forge just to show you. Also, you can do these, the turn-ins, so you can do this one to level up your cooking, right? And then also, because you just need basic stuff for light rations. And then also the quests will ask for rawhide or any basic material that you get during the game. And as you level up, for example, this one says tanners needed. So as you level up your tannery, it'll ask for more advanced levels of leather. And so as you level up, you kind of are going to realize, man, leveling up is pretty expensive if you decide to do it through the town board and not to sell the materials you get on the post market, right? So you kind of have to make that decision yourself. I always took the XP because I just wanted to level up as fast as possible. But you should understand that there's different ways to level up in this game. Just because the town board's the best doesn't mean it's the only thing you can always do. I switched it up. I did PvP just so I felt like I was, you know, playing the game and getting better at it, or at least trying to. But I knew at the end of the day, everyone would be rushing to 60 to do what they thought was the best meta stuff that they learned in the beta. And I was right. But either way, I'm glad I did it the way I did it, and I recommend everybody does it that way too. It's because you kind of enjoy the game. You play the entire game. The next thing I did to level up was corruptions. It's good for Azoth. It's steady XP, and it's good for leveling your weapons. So here, I'll show you where corruptions are. So the beginning zones have them level 25. You just need to do the Azoth staff, tier 1. So you need to get up to the mission, main story quest mission where you get the tier 1 Azoth staff, right? And then Brightwood has level 35. And you need to get to the Azoth staff tier 2 to unlock that one. And then it corresponds with the level of the zone. So you can kind of go around doing those, and it's good Azoth. It's steady XP, so as you're running around doing them, if you have a big Zerg, you know, it's just a way of leveling up. You're just getting XP, and you're leveling your weapons. And so it's kind of good to do that because at level 60, the late game content is fully driven by, well, part of it is driven by your weapons, right? So I don't have any of my weapons. I only have one weapon level 20, and that's my Great Axe, because that's the meta weapon that I wanted to get invited to wars with. So I went Great Axe Hammer. I wanted to provide the content for my stream, so I had to be a little meta whore, right? But that's just what happened. And so at level 20, you unlock, so it's kind of hard to level up the hammer because it's all CC, and you get a lot of weapon XP from PvP. This is kind of irrelevant, but it's important that you know that. You do get a lot of weapon XP from PvP, you know, from just killing players if they have PvP quests on, so it's good to do that. And then at max level, when you have your, when you're level 60 and you have your weapon level 20, which is the max for the weapon, you will get the Great Weapon quest, which if you did all the quests in these white zones up here, right? I have some quests left to do, but these are the expeditions, so these are the dungeons. I haven't done them yet still, but I'm kind of waiting. I want to get my my watermark higher before I spend the orbs to get in there, so it's kind of a little strategy behind that. But either way, so you go to the top 3 zones here. These are the late game zones, and then you just do every quest that is given to you by an NPC. And then once you've done them all, you'll get a quest here in this outpost right here, the Valor Hold. And then you'll be able to start the, it used to be a legendary weapon, but now it's epic, and I have mine right here, Reformation. That's the legendary Great Axe. I don't know what they're going to call it. Everyone has a different name for it, but that's essentially what it is. It's like your artifact weapon in WoW or whatever. And yeah, so that's the late game content. So you have one of those for every single weapon. And I recommend that's kind of what you do, the order of operations for what you do at level 60. So you go do all these quests in these 3 zones, and then you go do all your weapon quests. And so your weapons will give you a nice high item level, and then that'll be that. Another thing you can do is, as you can see, I got my sexy Syndicate Plague Doctor armor on, is that you can go do your faction quests. So I'll go to the faction vendor real quick. This is done by PvP. So if you did PvP to level up, you probably got some of this done already, and it's just a, you know, a cool thing that you can do late game to earn some pretty good gear, especially right now because this gear is bugged. So I'll explain that. If you read, it says resilient and critical hits deal 4.5 less damage to you. So that accounts for all damage right now because this game's really buggy. So you go open the faction board, and so you can get this gear at level, you know, 35. You can get it at level, what's this, 25, I think? Yeah, and so it's not really worth it. The really only things you are worth buying early game, I'd say, are the runes of holding, so you can make your bags. And that's another thing I'll get to at the end of this video, but this is the late game content, or the end game gear that you will get for doing your PvP missions. And so yeah, that's another grind for you. The last but not least late game content that there is to do, which is what I'm working on right now, is it's all through your profession. So really there's a ton of stuff tied into your professions. There's a ton of different things you can do. There's furnishing you can level up for your house, which I haven't even started yet, but there's so many different things. It just depends on what you want to do, right? Like, this is an MMO, and like with most MMOs, I feel like if you don't give yourself something to do, you really won't do anything, right? And it's kind of on you to make your own fun within the game, and that's why I think I enjoy New World so much, is because I kind of taught myself how to do that. And so this is the quest I was talking about on the market board, right, by the way. So if you're just starting off, these materials will be very basic, and that's why this quest is so good, right? Because you'll only need like iron ore, rawhide, and I think just wool, or maybe not even that. Yeah, I think wool. And which is very easy to make. You get that at the loom automatically, and then you just go turn this in, and then you get a lot of armoring skill out of this. So you get, I would get 2400 XP out of crafting this if I had the materials for it, and so that levels up your armoring a lot, which is, I think, the most important profession to level up as you're leveling. So important information, also more important information in this video. I recommend leveling up your smelting. So those would be the 2 professions that I think if because I'm an idiot, right? I'm telling you this right now because I don't have these leveled up, and I feel like a really big noob because of it, because I can't make the void bent bars, which allow me to make the void bent gear, or the the void ingots, whatever. And so yeah, I would be doing that while I'm leveling if I were you, because you don't want to be a dumb idiot like me. But that's fine because that is a pretty late game grind, and there's a lot of bugs in the end game for this game right now. At 500, or let me see how my plate is right now. At 14 days, 14 hours, so that's a lot of time. I've gotten to the point where a lot of people are that we're encountering a lot of bugs, and there's a lot of bugs on gear, like I mentioned to you with my PvP gear and stuff like that, that impacts the game in a lot of different ways. A lot of gems are broken and stuff like that. So hopefully, the devs can get on that, because that part of the game does kind of suck that it's, there's problems that have been in since beta and they haven't been fixed, but I've been enjoying the game still, and I know a lot of people are starting to find a lot of things they hate about it, and they always will, because it's like the easy thing to make content for. But I'm gonna keep pumping out videos like this because I enjoy this game, and I feel like this is cool content to do on top of my streams and stuff. So yeah, I hope I was able to help some of you guys with this video. I know it was kind of all over the place, but I think I got to the main points that is important for just someone playing the game, and they just need to know things that are important, and I hope I kind of touched on those things in this video. So if you're just grinding New World, you're pumping away, I think this video will help you a lot. So yeah, have a good day, everybody.